What is going on? Maury here, and today I want to talk about something. And I know, that's not what you're used to. If you follow my content on my channel and you know what I post, you're probably used to the occasional shit post and the occasional slightly higher effort shit post, and those are pretty rare themselves, usually like once a year or something. And I mean, I'm working on that, but I'm branching out a little bit with the content that I do, and this isn't even necessarily about the content. This is just something I want to talk about, and this is a good place to talk about it. The FGR2 Phantom. I have been playing this thing since the recent update Direct Hit, and I gotta say, I'm in love with this aircraft. I usually do not enjoy top tier. I'll admit, I'm not a big fan of the missile gameplay. I'm not a big fan of the meta, this and that, whatever. Everyone has gripes with War Thunder. But this thing is one of the most underrated and looked over vehicles in my mind. And I feel like it deserves a lot more attention than it gets. Because on release, when it came out, I don't remember which update it came out in, but it was a while ago. And when it came out, probably about a year ago, I believe. When it came out, it was bad. It was really bad. It was just another F4C. It just really wasn't that good. The only thing that it provided over, say, the F4C or the F4E was thrust. And other than that, it just wasn't that great, especially because AIM-9Gs at the time were just not good. They were subpar. Since then, the Phantom has got a lot of changes, specifically in armament. Its flight performance is still pretty similar. However, in armament, it is certainly changed. And that is what makes it, in my opinion, way more viable now than it used to be. And again, let me reiterate, in my mind, this thing is currently the most meta and capable top tier aircraft in the game. And I would stand by that and argue that, and that's what I'm planning on doing here today. So to cover the basics, the changes, the reason why I think this thing is so good now, absolutely, are the missiles. And I've never been one for missile gameplay. If you know me, you know that. I've never been one for missile gameplay. But this thing has just a charm to it because its Fox 1s, its sky flashes are so ridiculously over the top good. And now you're not only getting the sky flashes in this Phantom package. The only other Phantom, as far as I know, other than the FGR2, that is outside the British tree, that has the pulse Doppler radar, which allows for locking and tracking of radar at very low altitudes and situations in which most radar would fail, is the F4EJ Kai. And so the EJ Kai might give the FGR2 a run for its money. But what I believe is the reason as to why the FGR2 is superior is Fox 2s, because the EJ Kai gets AIM-72s, it gets a Vulcan, although it has half the amount of ammunition as the FGR2 does. But the Fox 2s are really what make the Phantom FGR2 great. And I know you might be thinking, they're not AIM-9Js. They're not AIM-9Js, they're not 20G pull. Why are they so good? Well, for one, AIM-9Gs only have 2G less pull than the AIM-9Js, and that sacrifice comes with the benefit of a far larger bore range as shown on screen. However, that's not the main benefit. Something a little ridiculous that I found out about the AIM-9Gs that really works with the pulse Doppler radar well is radar slaving. When they're radar slaved within a range of say 2.5 kilometers, these AIM-9Gs are all aspect missiles, meaning that not only do your sky flashes work as all aspect, but your AIM-9Gs are more than capable of getting head-on or really tight angle kills, where otherwise another missile other than say like the R60M would not be able to do so, and the AIM-9J certainly cannot do so. So you sacrifice 2Gs of pull for a far wider bore range and radar slaving with basically all aspects. So in my opinion, yes, I would rather take that AIM-9G over that AIM-9J. Not to mention, I haven't proven this, I can't prove this, so in all technicality, the AIM-72s and the sky flashes are identical, but in my experience, I have had far better luck with the sky flashes than the AIM-72s. Another benefit, absolutely without a doubt, is, and this might not be too prevalent considering the amount of Fox 1s and Fox 2s you get a sling on the underbelly of this vehicle, you get double the amount of ammunition on the M61 Vulcan for the Phantom FGR2 than you do any other integrated Vulcan Phantom in the game. And I know that adds drag, however, that's kind of nullified with the fact that the Phantom FGR2 actually gets, if I'm not mistaken, I'll correct it on screen, over 500 kilograms of afterburner thrust over its other counterparts, such as the EJ Kai and the F4E. And so you're combining, in my opinion, better Sidewinders with a far better radar, the best radar missiles in the game, and superior speed and double Vulcan ammo, as well as countermeasures at 11.0. This thing is positively fucking filthy. I mean, excuse my language, but I mean, I have a over 2 KD in this thing. The Phantom FGR2 is at the moment my favorite aircraft in the game, and I've not been seeing it get a lot of love. It is in the same place as it used to be in the, you know, the community's eyes, in which it's severely underused. I've not been seeing a lot of people using it. I don't die to it often at all when I'm playing other nations. It's just a rare aircraft still, despite, in my opinion, being the new king of top tier. I mean, sure, you're not going to win dogfights. You don't have the Agile Eagle upgrade. You're technically the body of an F4C, but you have countermeasures and you have speed. If you play smart, you go to the side, you don't let people get on your tail, you have a pretty good chance of getting a 3 to 5 kill game consistently. I mean, this thing has enough weaponry, and accurate enough weaponry, to take out an entire team and come back for more. It is ridiculous how good this plane is and how capable it is, because don't get me wrong, you can still fuck up in this aircraft. But as you can see, if you load into the game and you hit that little that Y button and you change your radar mode to pulse Doppler, this will give you the ability to lock people far better. I like to hit R to turn off my radar. I know it's like Alt R for you or something. I like to turn off my radar because I get more consistent locks, but this will give you ridiculous radar potential. I mean, you can lock people at angles so much more ridiculous and better than a normal radar, say on the F4E. And so you're now combining that with, again, radar slaving missiles and 25G pull sky flash radar missiles. And I just, it is the perfect storm of an aircraft. This thing is monstrous, and I wouldn't be too happy to see more of them, because I feel like it might, you know, kind of run top tier into the ground and maybe even get itself a nerf. But I had to make a video of this. I had to talk about this because I talked about it in a couple of games that I got into. I asked people, I asked around, what do you guys think is the best top tier aircraft? And people still think it's something like the F4E or maybe the MiG-27 or MiG-23. Some people even said the MiG-21 BIS, which, you know, controversial opinion. I used to think that the MiG-21 BIS was meta until the flare nerf for our 60s was introduced and they got a lot less consistent and accurate. After that, I would say the MiG-21 BIS is not as capable as it used to be. And again, don't get me wrong, I mean, things like the F5E and the F4E, they're all very capable aircraft. They're all very good, but they just don't match the sheer offensive potential and capabilities that the Phantom FGR2 has. This, concretely, without a doubt, a smidge of doubt in my mind, the Phantom FGR2 is the new king of top tier. And personally, I'm excited for its new reign. I'm excited. Britain has not had it good in a little while, if I'm being honest. Like, I'm not a Britain main, but I've played through the tree, and they just really have not had it all that good for quite some time, except for the GR1 era. I like to forget about that. But new Britain reigns supreme now, and I'm grateful for it. But that's all I had to talk about. I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you tuning in. If you should check out my other content. This is not the consistent content I make. This is not all the content I make. You know, I'm exploring. I'm branching out a lot more now too. I'm gonna work in the cinematics, some more edits, more shit of the sort, and probably more videos like this. Probably more videos where I talk, because I'm still just trying to find my groove. I'm trying to find what I enjoy doing and pursue that, because what works and what doesn't really matter. If you enjoy it, that's how you know, it's gonna be good content. But I appreciate you listening. I appreciate you watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and leave a comment even, if you will. And enjoy flying those Phantoms, right?